So let's dive in. So here we go. Let's get into our groove with a D minor chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4. Here we go. Yay, day, yay, day, C, 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 C. D minor, day, day, C, 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 C. Now F. F, F, G minor. Again. F, F, D, G minor. Third part. D minor to C and D minor. Now B flat, C, D minor. B flat and C and D minor. From the top. D minor, C, 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 C. D minor, minor, C, 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 C. Part 2. F, F, G minor. F, F, G minor. Here we go, part 3. D minor and C and D minor. B flat, C, D minor. B flat and C and D minor. Again. Yay, day, yay, day, C. D minor, D minor, C. F, 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 G minor. F, F, G minor. Part 3. D minor and C and D minor. B flat and C and D minor. Okay, from the top this time I'm not going to sing the chords. Here we go now. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, yay, 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 day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Part 3. Ya da 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 da. Yay, da da. Ya da 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 da. Yay, da da. Last time. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, 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 day. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yiddy day, yay, 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 da day. Yiddy day, yay, 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 yay. Okay, how'd that feel?
Question. Can you I was wishing I could see your strum when we were doing that.
I can put that on here. Let's see.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I like this Nigun. I like this Nigun. So I can do it like this if you'd like. Actually, hold on. I think I can. Is this the best way to see my strum, this view? Oop, you're muted, Linda. You're muted. Okay. Yeah, let me play it this way. I can also do it the reverse. If you'd like to see me bigger, I can do it this way. I'm not sure you can read the chords here, but okay, it goes like this. I'll just do sort of how I was doing it at the end. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, yay, day, yay, day, yay, yay, yay. Yay, day, sure if there's anything you can see other than my hand just going up and down in beat, but.
Seems like the tricky part of that is when you slow down and you at that part 3, that you just keep your hand going the same rhythm, but your voice slows down. That's hard.
Yeah, always keep that right hand going at the same rhythm, right? Like you don't want your record player going slower and faster during different parts. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, there was a request to do B'Sefer Chaim again, so let's lean into that. Let me see. There we go. I'm kind of blocking those bottom words. I think I can fix that. Okay. So let's get into our D minor. Now, this is going to be a change because we were just playing in 4/4. Now we're going to switch to 3/4, right? So get that 3 going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Can you put your hand there? Can we see your guitar?
Yep. Down, up, 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 down.
Maybe can you just keep your hand go? Can we see your hand while we actually play it?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Hold on, I can do it this way. One moment. Okay, capture. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But right, you shouldn't be able to tell anything by looking at my hand. I'm not playing anymore and my hand's continuing to go at that same speed, right? So it should really just be moving like a record player, same speed. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Here we go. B'Sefer Chaim, B'Sefer Chaim, G minor, A7, G minor, A7, 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 D minor. Again, B'Sefer Chaim, B'Sefer Chaim, G minor. Now A7, G minor, A7, 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 D minor. Okay, we're gonna go on. Nizachev and Niketev Lifa, G minor, D minor, G minor, ne, D minor. Nizachev and Niketev Lifa, G minor, D minor, A7, now D minor from the top. B'Sefer Chaim, B'Sefer Chaim, G minor, Barai 7, G minor, A7, Ufonasato, D minor. Go on. Anachnu, a G minor, D minor, G minor, Beit Yisra, D minor, D minor, D minor, G minor, D minor, A7, A7, D minor from the top. B'Sefer Chaim. time last. B'sefer Chaim, B'sefer Chaim, Baracha V'shalom Ufanasa Tova. Okay, how'd that feel? Thoughts?
I love it, and I wish I could strum it as well as you do.
What's the tough part in the strum?
I haven't done because I just haven't. I haven't done the little exercise to go as fast as you go. Like I have a certain amount of control, and then when I get as fast as you, I just feel like I lose it. Do other people feel that way? Ray, do you feel like that?
It's coming, and Daniel, you know my feeling about the song. I just adore it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
Linda, will you point your camera down? I think if I can see you, like I can see Kathleen strumming. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
Okay.
Is it as odd as it is to lose your face? It's probably more helpful for me to see the uke. Okay, here. That was helpful. I have an immediate thought, Linda.
What?
So the way you're playing looks like you're using your index and your thumb together and you're going up and down. Is that right?
No, I'm just using this.
Stick out that finger more. There you go. Okay, I have an exercise for us. Let's do a strumming exercise together. Okay, we are going to use your left hand to mute these strings, meaning just put your fingers lightly over these strings, so we're not going to hear any of the notes at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Try to put in a rhythm like you're playing drums by when you play harder or when you play softer. You hear that? Da, 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 da. Are you able to do that? How does that feel? Show a thumb, or show a, yeah. Able to do that? Okay, so now let's do that same thing and now play a D minor chord. We're gonna keep doing that exact same thing. Just stay on that D minor chord, right? And we're gonna do it even more. Now, when you're playing the hard ones, play them hard, and when you're playing the ones that aren't the emphasis, try to play them even softer. Still gonna do it, but you're really gonna graze the strings as opposed to striking the strings. So the other thing to say, I'm going to move this way a little bit, is it's about 80% wrist and 20% elbow.
Am I moving my elbow too much?
I can't tell. Do it. Play for us, Linda. That's pretty good there. Your wrist should be in control but loose. Not tight. If your wrist is tight, you're not going to be able to do it. And if your wrist is floppy, you're not going to be able to do it. But I would say on the spectrum of tight to floppy, you want to be closer to floppy than to tight with your wrist. The elbow is the opposite. Here you want closer to tight than floppy. Tight, floppy. And I think Judy is at the door. Hold on one moment. We're in here today. Okay. How does that feel to everyone else? How's your feel on these things? Does that make sense in terms of what we're saying that we really want tight in the elbow, floppier in the wrist? All of it's 80-20 in both directions. Elvis and Violet, get out of here. I did not. Oh, did you bring a uke? No, I'll grab you one. Hold on.
Grandma Judy?
Yeah, that's me.
Hi!
Hello. Hi, everybody.
There you go. Let me just tune this for you quickly.
I gotta give the dog some love. Okay. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Elvis, no. Get out of here.
If only I could change places with the dog.
Elvis, no. I just kicked you out. You cannot just keep barging in. I somehow don't think that's going to actually keep him out there, but you know. Okay. So let's just open it up for some feedback again. How are we feeling about that strumming? Is that helpful? Do we feel comfortable with it?
I mean, I can just say that I don't feel completely comfortable yet. I think I just need to practice for like 40 hours.
So let's let's throw this into 4/4 instead. Let's find a really straightforward 4/4.
What were you doing? 3/4?
3/4. Yep. Oh, here. Doesn't get more straightforward than this. Our first song. Oop, nope. That's not what I meant to do. Nope. Okay, so we're just gonna get into the groove here, and then we're gonna start playing around with how we strum. And I'm gonna mute you so we are not getting feedback. There we go. Okay, so C, G, A minor, and F. C, G, A minor, and F. C, G, A minor, and F. Okay, now we're gonna get really simple with this strum. Down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, except we're gonna give the first beat more energy. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The first and the third. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. A minor, 2, 3, 4. And F, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. That feels comfortable, right? Okay. So, now, let's switch to a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. We're gonna go back and forth. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So look at my wrist, and you can't tell just by looking at my wrist which one I'm doing, right? And that's your goal, because the only difference is how hard you're playing the strings. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, now let's go on. Here we go. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now switch. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down again. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now we're just gonna do one, and we're gonna switch between the chords. Here we go. C, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, C, C, up, down, up, G, up, G, up, G, up, G, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, F, up, F, up, F, up, F, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, up, G, up, G, up, G, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, F, up, F, up, keep going, C, G, A minor, and F, C, G, A minor. Okay, now what we're gonna do is down, up, or down, down, up. Let's see. We're gonna do this down, down, up, down, up on the C, the G, and the A minor. But when we get to that F, we're gonna do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Does that make sense? So we're going to do our strumming pattern on the C, strumming pattern on the G, strumming pattern on the A minor, and then just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up on the F, which is actually something we would do in a song often. So here we go. 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up, G, A minor, and what? Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, C, G, A minor, down, up, down, up, down, up again. G, A minor, F, C, G, A minor, and F. Okay, how does that feel to sort of switch it around like that?
Fun.
Yeah, feels okay? So let's just talk about why we would do that, because that's actually how we would do it. I'll often do that in a song. And we've talked about turnarounds in all sorts of ways. Usually we talk about turnarounds when we're talking about the blues, right? And a turnaround is something that you play that lets everyone else know you're going back to the middle. Or, excuse me, back to the beginning. Does that make sense? It's a way of playing that lets everyone know to return to the beginning. And that can be the chord that you play, right? Oftentimes we'll throw a 7th chord at the end, so right? Adonai, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. And then we'll turn it around with a G7. Right, that 7th chord at the end lets us know that we're turning it around. But we can also turn it around with just how we strum, by changing around the strum. And often the easiest way to do a turnaround and let everyone know it is to just move to a down, up, down, up, down, a really straightforward strum there. Lets everyone know that something is changing, something different is happening. Does that make sense? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to play it all with down, down, up, down, except when we finish actually a verse, and we're going to use it as a turnaround. If that didn't make sense, don't worry. I think it'll make sense when we play it. There we go. Okay, so here we go. 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, up, G, A minor. And I'm going to sing so we have a sense. Hashkivenu Adonai. Okay, how did that feel?
Well, it made great sense.
Good, good. It's
What'd you
turnarounds.
say, Ray? What'd you say?
It made great sense to, you know, you definitely had the feeling that something new was going to happen.
Right?
But
And
going
that's
back,
what turnarounds are for. They're for communicating with people you're making music with without having to speak out loud. Right? Let them know musically that we're going back to the beginning. And you'll see it. You'll see it, if you watch a band on stage. You'll see it, you'll hear it, you'll hear the drummer turn everyone around, you'll hear the guitarist turn everyone around. Sometimes you'll even hear a singer. They'll hit a seventh note at the end to try to turn everyone around. There's all sorts of musical ways to communicate that as you go. Okay.
Rabbi Daniel, do the seventh chords, is that pretty universal for like jazz, folk, rock? Is it pretty?
Yeah, so getting a little music theory again for a moment. So you have, right, in the key of C, we've got our C, D, E, F, G, right? So our 1, 4, and 5, if we're thinking of blues, are C, F, G, right? So when you take the fifth chord in the key of C, that's going to be a G. You take the fifth chord and you make it a seventh chord, it wants to return back to the 1 chord. That's how it always works. That the fifth chord musically, a D7, sorry, it's G7, this is a D7 on a guitar shape. A G7 always wants to return to a C. And you can even see it, right? So here's our G7 chord, right here, right? Keep an eye on this ring finger. Our G7 just wants to slide up. It's where it wants to go. It's like occasionally you hear a song, right? Let's just play a quick blues song. Right? Isn't that incredibly unsettling to end right there? Don't you just want to hear? Right? Your brain just wants it, and it like is bothersome when you don't do it because you got that seventh chord that's lingering, just unresolved. And actually, that's I've been teaching ukulele in the mornings at the kids' school from 8 to 8:30. The kids can sign up for. It's really not fair. They can sign up for traditional Orthodox tefillah, davening or they can sign up for ukulele with me. Right, those are their choices in the morning. So we were talking about the emotional palette that you paint with today, right, with music. And so we've talked a lot about minor chords being sad and major chords being happy, right? Seventh chords we sometimes talk about as bluesy, but I think the other way of talking about it is that they are unresolved. That's really the feeling with the seventh chord. Is it's unresolved. There's something that wants to resolve. And you can do chains of them. You can go from one seventh chord, which wants to resolve, to another chord, and then you make that other chord a seventh chord. So you can have this series of unresolved chords that lead to each other over and over again that you can go through. So that's the emotional palette we play with the seventh chord too, is if we don't want something to feel entirely comfortable, not dissonant, just unresolved, then a seventh chord is the way to go. And I think that's why we associate seventh chords with blues music, right? Because blues music is something unresolved. That's the emotional feeling of blues, right? Yeah.
You go from a G7 to a C.
Yes.
What would you do from a C7?
So we're going around the circle of fifths. So right, all you got to do is count it. G, A, B, C.
That's
right?
4.
Yeah. So remember, 4 in the other direction is 5. C, D, E, F, G.
C, D, E.
C, D, E, F, G.
Okay.
Right? So then you've got the 1 is the C, the 5 is the G. So instead, if you count 4 ahead, you get back to the 1. I know it's confusing, right? C, D, E, F, G. G, A, B, C. So right? So
you're
G, A,
going
B, C, and then C, D, E, F. So if we keep going the circle, right, we can do an A7, to a G7, to a C7, to an F7, and it can keep going.
No, but for resolution, you want to resolve. You've been on, say, an A7. You've been on an A7. How would you A, B, C, D, E?
A, B, let's see, in A7.
We don't even have an E.
In A7, A, B, C, D will resolve to a D7. Or to a D, excuse me. An A7 will resolve to a D.
A, B, C, D, E. 5.
But it's the other way. So
Okay.
when a 7th chord, I know it's confusing
So
because
you go
there's
the opposite way with 7 chords?
when a 7th chord is the 5th chord in your key. I know this is so confusing,
Okay.
right? Let me hold on. I think let's bring up the blues chart. I think that will be helpful because we've got it all on there. Oh no, we don't. That's not what I want. Let's see. Do we have? Yeah, we'll just do it this way. Okay. Here's our key. We're just going to be in the key of C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then it keeps going, of course, right? Then it goes C, D, E.
Right.
Keeps going, right? So this is our 1 chord. We've even got our numbers here, 1 through 7. We've
Okay.
got going on, right?
Okay.
Okay. When the 5th chord in a key turns into a 7th chord, a G7, it wants to go back to the 1. It wants to point back to the C. The next chord it wants is the C. So you can count, but like I'm going to keep writing it in here, right? C, D, E, F, G. So you can also count forward if it's easier, right? You can go backwards from the G to the C, or you can go forwards and count 4 forward, G, A, B, C, and you're back at the C. It's the same thing. You're just on either end of the circle.
That's not the 5th. It's 4. It's 4.
So it's the
4 up and 5 back?
4 up and 5 back is the same thing. Exactly.
Okay.
That's what's happening here.
Okay.
So you can go up a 4th, which takes you back to the 1 chord from the 5th. I know, it's like, it's ridiculous when you say it out loud.
4 up and 5 back.
Yeah, exactly. So we see it here, right? Like, if we play that, this is not an A7 on a ukulele, it's a, what is this chord on a uke? It's a D7, right? A D7 goes to a G7, goes to a C. So you can resolve it that way. And that's actually that classic, you'll remember we played that, that sort of ukulele vamp, we called it the Hawaiian vamp, which is the 2-7 to the 5-7 to the 1. So going back to, where'd you go? Going back here, so 2-7 is going to be the C, or excuse me, going to be the D, right? In the key of C, it'll be the D. So if we play a D7, 2-7 to the 5-7 to a G7, and back to the 1. Nope. Thank you. Right? So if we play those in order, our D7,
4 up, and that's
and then
a G7.
we go 4 up, it'll resolve up 4 up,
So
and then
can't
it'll
do-
resolve 4 up again to a C.
Or back.
Or back 5. Yeah, exactly. I've totally confused everyone now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good to see everyone.
At least we know G7 resolves it.
G7 resolves to a C. Remember that one.
I
Exactly.
think if just playing around, if you just say the 1, 4, 5, and you can add 7s, and you play around and you listen, and you don't get too worried if you're going from 5 to 1 or 4 to 5, or you can hear it and feel that.
Yes, exactly.
That's my opinion.